Today's episode is our non-spoiler review of Masters of the Universe. Let's get into it.
It is time again for movie musings.
So I watched Masters of the Universe. This is going to be our non-spoiler review along with the rating. So we rate our movies on a scale using 5 categories for most movies, depending on what they have. It's entertainment, story, acting, special effects, and action sequences. So my entertainment value rating for Masters of the Universe is a 10 out of 10. I was thoroughly entertained throughout the whole movie. Even the part where I wondered most about was when he was on Earth, but even that was done well. They added not a lot, but a good bit of comedy in it to keep you interested in it, and making him seem like a crazy person was fun. So it was very well done, and I was entertained throughout, which, to be honest, is the most important aspect of a movie for me anyway. So I usually grade those a little higher, just depending on if I am entertained, which I was. So 10 out of 10. The story, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. It had a couple things going with it. It was a fish out of water story for a while, and then it switched over to, a basic sci-fi sword and sorcery type thing. But the story was handled well, it was written well, and the acting I gave an 8 out of 10. I thought all the actors were great. I thought the lead character that played He-Man, can't think of his name at the moment, but I'd never heard of him before. I'm sure he's been in other things, but I just haven't seen him. But I thought he did great. And Jared Leto did great as Skeletor. It was over the top a lot, just like the cartoon. So they held. And for me, being somebody who grew up watching the 80s cartoon when it was on, I feel that's probably going to be a bigger bias in these reviews than people who never saw the cartoon, because there were a lot of nods to the old cartoon that would seem silly if you just watched it. I'll get into all that kind of stuff in the spoiler review, but it was great. The special effects were 9 out of 10. Special effects were great. They really spent the money on this. There was no time with where I thought, oh, that looks horrible or not great. Special effects, I thought they did a great job. I'm not sure who did special effects on it. I didn't see that part in the credits, but yeah, 9 out of 10 for that. Action sequences, a 9 out of 10. All the action was well choreographed, and it was very exciting. The use of the slow-mo when necessary, but not overly done, was great. And yeah, it flowed. The movie flowed. It went right through. It was a very fast 2 hours and 20 minutes. Obviously, I won't give the spoiler away, but you'll definitely want to stay for not only the stinger, but also there is an end credit scene. It's not a lot, but it is good to see on the screen. So all that works out to be an overall rating of 8.6 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Highly recommend seeing it in theaters. The visuals are great. And I want to thank you for joining us here for the non-spoiler review of Masters of the Universe. Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you would, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for YouTube, like and share on Facebook, and follow us on TikTok. Also, any ideas you have for episodes or topics you'd like me to cover, leave those in the comments as well. See you next time.
Ba-doom.